live from the McDonald's bathroom behind the Kokugikan because the doors aren't open yet. It's the Nagoya Banzuke review. Good start. I'm Goose. You knew that. I haven't adjusted my camera yet. I kind of don't feel like it. JJ's also here. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Goose.
God, where's the movie? All right, there it is. And we are watching Dark City 1998. I don't know what this movie is. JJ said it might have titties in it, so I am on watch for this video. The last one didn't get banned though, so everybody be cool.
Everybody be cool.
JJ and I have forgotten how we do this. We both don't know what we're supposed to be doing right now. So I think we just start from the bottom and talk about them.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Do you want to predict Kachikochi Makikoshi and see what happens at the end?
Sure, actually, yeah, that sounds like fun.
All right, well, I don't have a facility to do that here. So I'm going to have to do a separate MS Paint thing on the side. Everyone bear with me.
Why did you ask?
Because I literally thought of it in that moment. I don't have the tools to draw on the webpage. I don't know how to inspect element. Do I know how to do that? Oh, you're probably going to see some information I'd rather not.
Wait, can't you just use your Telecaster powers?
I don't have that set up on here. Let me just...
Oh my god. God dang it, Goose.
God dang it. Hang on. No. Okay, let me... Because JJ wants me to do that. Alright, whiteboard. Set up. No properties available. How do I do that from here? Alright, the whiteboard's set up on the screen.
I've always believed in you, Goose.
Why? I never gave you anything to believe in. I haven't touched this thing in months. Hang on, help me out.
Okay, sure. Click that button.
You gotta do like picture-in-picture somehow. No, I think you click it on the scene itself. Transform override? Duplicate. Full screen projector scene. What am I looking at? Add. No, don't add a scene. Filters? No. I've lost interest. Alright. We'll just post it up later.
I don't think Dark City, there's a guy in a bathtub.
What's this movie about? Alright, there's already a naked man on screen, JJ.
Yeah, immediately. It's like it's the Matrix before the Matrix was made.
I'm center frame madass. Let's get rid of that real quick.
Yeah, good call. I
I've
don't remember this at all.
You're just gonna have to figure that out on your own. Because paint still doesn't work, does it? Let's figure it out. Why are we here? Yeah, paint is still just... Paint just refuses to work on OBS. I'm very scared.
Alright. Then I don't know, let's not worry about it. We got people showing up.
I'm worried about it though. We got people showing up? I don't even have the chat active.
Yeah, we got 5 people watching now. Hello, you beautiful people. Hop in the chat, give us a like. While we sort out this disaster.
Can we watch Dark City yet? There we go. Alright, whatever. What do we actually do?
Let's talk about these dudes.
We just talk about the dudes?
I think we should talk about the dudes.
Alright.
What do we expect from them?
Okay, everything seems to be operating. No, it doesn't. Okay, there we go. Everything appears to be operating. Chushi, hate him. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
I think he stinks. The hell is that?
He's... What?
Top fan icon? How did you get that? How do you have 25 XP on my channel? What?
Yeah, this is new. I saw this earlier today. I have no idea what it means.
How do I stop this? Not you Panzer God 26. Confusing name. I appreciate you. I'm just... Old man yells at cloud. All right, Shishi stinks. I have felt as bad as vindicated as I ever have felt in my entire life, watching him bumblefuck around and lose every match possible and just look like an absolute clown. I think there's been like 2 matches ever where Shishi has looked in control and hasn't been in a match where he won rather than when he won a match. Would you agree?
I mean, yeah, he's very clumsy. He's got the same problem that I do, which is my hips are always too high. And I don't know, his footwork just isn't really that impressive.
No insult I've ever delivered to you ever has been as ruthless as I'm the same as Shishi. You said that about yourself.
Well, I said I had the same problem, not that I'm the same.
All right,
I'd
so what do
like
you
to
think?
think that there's a
Kachikoshi or
difference there.
Makikoshi?
Honestly, I think it's gonna be a Kachikoshi.
I'm
I
actually
think that
there
he's
with you. That was
yeah,
fire you moments, but like he did look hurt last time with the strapping around his
yeah.
leg. And I do think an
And
8-7 at M17 is possible.
yeah.
So no one
I'd
can see
say
it on
that
our screen, but there is a Makikoshi tick on Shishi. Alright, and now I immediately resort to your expertise again. Koto A-Hole, our Churio debutante.
I don't know anything about him other than the quick glance at his sheet just now, which is he seems to be very hot and cold. He went losing record, double digit winning record for the last 4 boss show. And it's interesting in that they were both the same rank. So he gets into Jurio for the first time, Jurio 13, 7-8. Starts Jurio 13 again, 10-5. He goes up to Jurio 7, 7-8. Goes up to Jurio 7 again, 11-4.
Fantastic.
Yeah, very hot and cold, it seems. Koto Eho. I know he's the brother of Koto Shoho, so that's always fun. They're like right next to each other, so they're not gonna fight. I just don't know how he's gonna handle the top level.
Me neither. I got nothing to say. I've not seen a single match of his, so thank you for that interpretation. Kachi or Maki?
I'm gonna say Makikoshi.
Maki back to Jurio. Brutal.
Back to Jurio. I think he's gonna go back to Jurio. I mean, how hard is it for these guys to land a top division debut? It doesn't happen all the time.
By the way, when we do eventually post this prediction shot in the Discord, no one bring it up again. No one correct us. We don't care. We're here to talk about the matches when they happen. Don't criticize my legitimacy as a sumo commentator. Because I got a good thing going right now. All right, Mitaki Yumi. My heart aches.
Yeah.
I rewatched that Terunofuji victory where he got his Ozeki promotion again. For no reason other than to hurt myself, I believe. God, he used to be good. He used to be fantastic, but it's his really twilight years, man. A lot happened at once to him, and he's just on the decline, and we have not seen him pick up the pieces since. So, JJ?
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, we saw a little bit of a resurgence from him when he went down to Jurio last tournament, but even then he scored an 8-7 at Jurio 1 East, so it wasn't a convincing return to the top division. I'm really worried about him. I don't know how many more top-level tournaments this former Ozeki has.
Probably none. I'm going to give him a Makikochi prediction.
Yeah.
I think these might be his twilight years.
I agree.
The Butter Boy.
The Butter Boy.
The little baby man.
I love him.
KO lives. He somehow survived. I'm at the lower ranks with a 6-9. There's an entire... If it wasn't for... I guess everything, there's definitely a world where this man went back to Jurio, and I'm very happy that he survived. But he got a taste of top division, and he fell short, but not as short as he is. And actually, I think he'll do a lot better this time. That was a good joke. I'm upset you didn't laugh.
I didn't I didn't register. I was just thinking about what I was gonna say.
Fair enough. What were you gonna say?
Uh he really seemed to struggle at the beginning. He started with 4 losses in a row, and then he picked it up, got 4 wins in a row, then went 2 losses, 3 wins, 2 losses. I think now that he's had a taste of top division, and what the guys here are capable of, he's gonna fare a little bit better. I think he's gonna get his Kachikoshi this time.
Makes a lot of sense to me. I want it more than I think it, but I also
I
think
think,
it's
yeah,
possible. I
yeah.
do think it's possible.
I agree.
Because look, he's got the easiest top division run. You can have an M16. There's a real chance he fights a Jurio boy down there, and he beat the Jurio boys to get up here. So,
yep.
Who knows? Me. Hidenumi at M15, a little bit lower than you expect him. No?
No, Hidenomi's a pretty standard Jurio guy. He doesn't get up to the top division all that often. I think the last time he was here was... Oh, damn. Yeah, the last time he was here was 2022. He's been a Jurio competitor for the last 3 years. I don't know how he's going to really handle it. He's done well. Like, he's put it together the last 2 Basho, 10-5, then 9-6. So, I think it's possible that it goes well for him. I'm expecting a middling score, whether or not it's win or lose, I don't know.
No, there's not a lot for me to expect from him either down here. It kind of seems to be what's going on. So I'm going to go with a Maki Koshi prediction. Because I don't have faith in a Kachikoshi, and I don't have faith in a Maki Koshi. So I'm going to choose the bad one for some reason.
Damn.
I just can't predict it. But if I can't predict a win, I'll predict a loss. Koto Shoho. That's a fun one to say.
It is. I was really impressed with him last tournament. He sat out the first 5 days, and then he came back and pulled out a 6-4 in the remaining 10. He had momentum at the start, and then whatever was going on with him, I think, might have reared its head near the end of the tournament, and he started to pick up some losses. I think there was some rest between the Basho. He should be doing pretty good. I don't know how he's, and then there's the, my little brother is here now, and we're only separated by a few ranks. I gotta do better. Factor that we saw with Wakataka Kage or Wakamoto Haru. And then, yeah.
And some excellent point. There's some intrinsic motivation for the man now to really step up his game. So let's see if we can. Yeah. That sounds like you're predicting a Kachikoshi for him?
I think so, yeah.
Ka-ching. All right. Mount Fuji no Kawasaki motorbike.
Yep.
Confusing everyone with a name change on his way to top division. I've already forgotten what his previous name was. Do you remember?
Wakai Ikari.
Thank God he got rid of that name.
Yeah, right? Fujinokawa is a lot... It rolls off the tongue a lot easier.
It's still not easy, but it's easier. So I'm happy for a name change, especially a name that I like. I think he's going to do better this time around. This time around. It's his top division debut. I don't know what I'm talking about. He's a Jurio guy that I've heard of, which means, probably because it's a difficult name, which means he might do well. JJ.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fairly new star, rising star in the lower ranks. He started from Maizumo, and then he's just climbed up. He's had a successives. Yeah, this is crazy. So he's had a new rank increase, his career high, every successive Basho. He hasn't had a losing record, except for one tournament, which was his Jurio debut, where he went 7-8.
That's pretty good numbers. I'm going to back a Kachikoshi for him if that's the case.
Mm-hmm. And his last tournament was 12-3, and he ended with a 7-win streak. So, yeah, I'm going to take Kachikoshi as well. Hesitant, because there's always that debutante
whole new
iffiness.
world.
Yeah. But I think he's going to do good.
So distracted by this #1 fan Twitch thing that they've implemented on YouTube. I don't like how segregated it makes audiences.
Yeah, right? No,
This
for
is
sure.
the in crowd. This is the out crowd. Anyway.
Yeah.
Kusano. His name sounds like a Japanese swear word. He's been setting
true.
the world on fire. Huh?
Yep.
I think this man is going to go 10 wins, actually.
Possible. I mean, his last 2 tournaments are crazy. He's posted crazy numbers, like honestly Onosato style numbers. He's an Isagahama lad, scouted by Hakuho. His last 2 tournaments were a 14-1 Juryo Yusho and a 13-2 Juryo Yusho.
Good numbers.
I think that these are very good numbers. He might stumble a little bit at the beginning or the end, but I think that for a big portion of the tournament, he's going to look pretty good. So Kachikoshi.
Yeah, Kachikoshi was sure, and even though none of you can see it, I'm going to have to just do better next time. Gonna slap the 10 plus on there. This is a prediction that only I have authorized, but both JJ and I will sign off of at the end of this. Alright. Yep. Shodai at M13 is hilarious.
Yeah.
He really did crawl back to Komusubi for a little bit, and now he's back at M13. In my eyes, he famously said, now that I'm not into Ozeki anymore, the pressure's off to win, and I'll have a better time at sumo. That was horseshit, apparently. Apparently he's... Look, people hate when I say this. Shodai was an M6 guy who had a weird hot streak for a year, and then was one of the most disgraceful Ozekis I've ever seen. He was cut on every other basho. There was news reports going out of him abusing the Ozeki system to gain a pay rise, which is hilarious. Especially when you look at the Ozekis that we have now. 2 of them became a Yokozuna.
Yep.
I'm going Shodai Maki Koshi. I think this guy sucks. I hate him. I think it's funny that bad things are happening to him. JJ, what do you have to say?
I think he's going to get a Kachikoshi.
God damn it. All right.
I do. I think that he's come down pretty far after the last tournament. What did he get last tournament? He got 6 and 9, 2 successive 6 and 9s followed. Oh my god. This is crazy. Dude went 4-11, 6-9, 6-9, 6-9. I think he's gonna turn it around if he tries. Man, actually, I've got doubts now. Shit.
He's gone negative 4 basho in a row. This one's his one, huh?
I think so.
Alright, well, rather than argue about it, I'm just going to delete my Maki Koshi on this thing. Okay. Shodai, it's funny to him. Not as funny as Cherno Umi.
Oh my god.
My god, do we love this fellow.
Dude, he's so good. I love him.
Cherno Umi's so much fun, man. Cherno Umi's so...
He is.
JJ, god damn it. God damn it.
What?
How long was that on the screen?
What? I don't know. I'm not looking at... Oh my god.
How long was that there?
Like 5 seconds.
Alright, whatever. Movie time is over. We're 2 and 2. Alright. Everyone be cool. Everyone don't notice that we're not playing movies on this channel anymore.
Like Disney movies from the 60s. God damn.
Alright,
where are we at now?
Umi.
Yeah, sure.
He's the 411 himself.
Dude, I love this guy.
One of the most entertaining
I think it's time
on the clay. Look at that. Look at that. He will go double digits in one direction or another. all he knows. It's Mr. All Gas or All Brakes.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm putting my money on him this time. I think he's saved up the power for it.
I'm willing to put my heart where my heart is and give a hot pick and say it's Churn. Sorry. Having a Churn Umi. Kachikoshi and another 10 plus wins. Because my god, what else can this guy do except put the double digits somewhere in the puck?
100%.
It's like I'm writing Korean there, but we'll be okay. Churnumi, absolute legend. Nothing more to say. Asa Koryu.
It's his highest rank. His last tournament, he did pretty good. He got 10-5. This is his third time in top division. I think he's going to slow down a little bit, but I'm still going to expect a winning record from him.
He is on a career high rank. I think an 8-7 would make a lot of sense here, actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Alright, let's go with that then. Asakaru, but not by much. M12 really isn't that difficult compared to what he used to be doing. The field around him doesn't look that difficult compared to what he used to be doing. I think he'll be okay. Midori Fuji. Why is this one difficult?
Oh, man. It feels so bad having him this low.
He's kind of fallen off, hasn't he?
He really has. He really, really has. He's had one winning record since, like, in the last year. He's had one winning record, which is crazy. I don't like that, bro.
Yeah, Isegahama dominance does not exist anymore.
No.
They have the traded Hakuoho as their highest ranked fellow.
Yeah.
Tommy Fuji's been on a losing streak. Midori Fuji's been on a losing streak. Takara Fuji is in Jirio, and Takeru Fuji is in M6, and he's their best guy, and he's coming off a 6-9, I believe. So, yeah, the struggle days are on for Isegahama. I'm predicting a Kachikoshi for Midori Fuji, though.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to do too well, but I think he's going to be alright down here.
I'll go with it. I accept it.
Toki Hiyate.
I think this is going to be a Makikoshi. I think Toki Hayate is going to struggle here. He does big man sumo. It worked the last couple of Basho, but you saw a really steep decrease in the rank gains from him last time. So he was M18, got a 10-5, went M13, 8-7. M11 now. I think this is going to be a losing record.
Career high rank and he fumbles it? It's possible. He's never been the most dominant. So I'm willing to agree with you on that.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to do too much up here. I think it's going to be a learning moment for him. Speaking of learning, Takanosho. What do you make of an M11 Takanosho?
Great question. Honestly, at this point, I could see him just landing anywhere in the top division. Like, I can see him fitting anywhere right now. He makes sense to me sitting at M1. He makes sense to me sitting at M12. He makes sense to me, like, where I would start to worry is if he dropped below, like, the M13 range.
Yeah, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me with him down there.
No. This is, like, on the edge of making, like, this still makes sense to me, but it's at the edge where I'm like, I'm not liking this.
Not comfortable.
No.
An 8-7 at M12 isn't good.
No, it's very swingy, and he's had a lot of bad records lately.
I think he might Makikochi, man.
I think he might too.
3-12 is not good. He's in his twilight years for sure.
A
guy like him should be doing better down here.
Yeah. Yep.
So with a heavy heart, I'm gonna Makikoshi Takanosho. Roga.
He's back.
We love Roga.
We love Roga.
We don't love
I
him
don't know
that
what else
much, but we
there's.
love Roga.
I mean, he's done well the last couple of tournaments. He's done well. He fell out of the top division because of an injury. He was M8, went 0, 3, and 12. So he was out 4 days, showed up for 3 days, then left after that because he lost all 3 days. So fell down to Juria, went 11-4, then 9-6. I think Roga's back. I think we can expect a winning record from him. Do I think it's going to be a double digit? No.
Nah, I think he's gonna do just fine.
Yep.
Green tick, Makikoshi. You guys can't see that, but I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I just didn't do any prep work for this. We like Roga. We think he's gonna do well. Tommy Fuji is a difficult one to talk about, though. Tommy Fuji should be doing better than M10.
Yep.
He went 8-7 at M12, which is not good considering he was going 8-7 at M2 previously.
Yeah, right? It's not good.
Videos I've seen, he doesn't seem to be handling the coaching situation well at Isagahama.
No.
They are having a changing of staff for the coaching situation at Isagahama.
Yep.
I think he's going to 8-7 or 7-8 again.
I
This
do
guy
too.
is not the killer that everyone expected him to be.
No. And I mean, he's still super young.
Yeah,
We're
22.
getting to the point where that can stop being an excuse for him, but he's still super young. He's only 22. There's still time.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think Hosharyu's 25 or 26 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hosharyu's 26, so, you know.
Yeah, there's time.
There's not that much difference.
No.
I'm going to tentatively say Makikoshi, because I haven't really seen him turn around. He does have some pretty good wins over the Sanyaku, but just in general, as a performer, he doesn't do too well.
Mm-hmm.
So with a heavy heart, Makikoshi.
Agreed.
Chiyoshima at M9, which is a much more sensible place for Chiyoshima to be sitting at. What the hell was he doing at M2?
Didn't make any sense to me at all, bro.
Got to M5 and was like, all right, good luck. Like, you know, it's nice to be back up here, I guess. Then he wins again. It's like, bro, come on. He's back at M9, which makes sense to me. I think this is Kachikoshi potential. Chiyoshima is confusingly good. He's one of these older dudes that's hanging on, but he was never really much to begin with, so it's hard to say he's fallen off. He's still just kind of performing at the level he performs at always.
Yep. No, I agree.
Kachikoshi?
Kachikoshi. Makes sense to me.
All right, there you go. Ura. Gonna hit pink in the paint bucket there. All right. I'm not gonna make you predict. Very fascinatingly, in both the Domination League and Reverse Domination League, no one picked Ura. Everyone was scared.
No matter the way it goes, nobody was sure. I love it.
What, 6 times 4 times 2? It's 24, 48. It was 48 opportunities for people to pick Ura in a 42-person lobby, and no one was brave enough to pick Ura for a win or a loss. So I'm not going to make you predict him now. I will make you predict this now. Look, it's Ura. You know who Ura is. We don't have to explain the gift from outer space.
Yep.
I will make you predict this next one, though. It's Ichi Yamamoto. This one's all you.
Oh, victory. Victory, bro.
Victory.
He actually did look like he was handling himself fairly well up near the top. He granted the what was his last rank? It was M4. Like he seemed to be handling himself pretty well at M4, and then he just sort of fell apart in the second week. I think that we see a lot of tempering happen when your middle Maegashira guys climb up to the top. You see them get a little bit of an edge from it after fighting the really strong guys for a while. I think that he's going to do well, falling down 4 ranks. I think he is.
Hey, it's less on Suma. Happy Sunday. Thank you. Between 0 and 15 wins. That's the funny thing about that is maybe dude's injury prone. He's got 2 stretched up knees. So even saying between 0 and 15 wins, is he really going to see 15 days? Either way, I like the way you think. Sadanumi at M8 makes sense to me. Kachikoshi.
Yep.
This guy belongs here. This guy belongs here. It's Sadanumi. He's not much, but he's also a lot. To put it more succinctly, older veteran, capable of beating just about anyone, but not everyone. Someone you have to beat if you want to make your way to the top. Someone who himself is not going to be at the top, though. So, hey, Sadanumi. Endo at M7.
I mean, this makes sense. I honestly don't know with Endo anymore because he's fallen down into Juryo this year and he's climbed all the way back up to near, what did he get? Oh, this is his highest that he's been this year. M7 seems to be his hard cap right now. He seems to do pretty middling at this rank, although generally negative. 7-8, 6 and 9 the last 2 times he was M7. Followed by a 7-8 at M9. So, I don't know. I think that he's near the end of his career. He is also in his twilight years. He just doesn't visualize it like some other dudes.
Yeah, I know what you mean. He's definitely struggling compared to what he used to be. He was picked pretty early for the Reverse Domination League, which I found interesting as well. So I'm going to say Makikoshi along with you.
All right.
Some reason I did that for Gonayama. Let's reverse that. All right, Tobizaru. Probably a Kachikoshi at M7.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
He definitely deserves to be higher ranked than this. I think it was a slightly unfortunate one at M6 he had. Yeah, M6, 7, 8 goes down to M7. We'll likely have a good one in the lower ranks here.
Yeah,
I think we're going to see a good Tobizaru match. Especially with the kind of competition that's around him, it does look a little bit difficult. If he starts picking up wins, he gets to verse these guys he has really big win streaks against, so I'm liking Tobizaru. Gonayama at M6, back to where he belongs.
Yep, exactly. This is where he belongs. Could go either or, I think. More than likely, he's going to get a Kachikoshi at this rank, I think. He's pretty comfortable at M6.
Yeah, this man is an M5 wrestler to me, so to see him at M6, I reckon... Look, it's not that much of a drop, but I reckon he's going to get a pretty good 8-7 minimum down here. Potential to do a lot better. We like him. Takeru Fuji. Coming off his first Makikoshi, I believe. Where he saw day 15.
Yeah.
An M6 Takeru Fuji. Sounds like a Kachikoshi to me.
Yep. He got 9-6 last time he was at M6. This makes sense. This makes total sense to me.
Yeah. Definitely not going to have the God run that he had on his first time around, because he would already be Yokozuna if he could keep that level of pressure up. So, he's good. He had the greatest debut of all time. Let me correct that. That's just not a level of competition you can keep. So there you go. We like Tiger Fuji. We want to see him do well.
Agreed.
Meisei is an interesting one.
Meisei is a very interesting one.
M5 Meisei was picked early for Reverse Domination and Domination League. So people got a lot of faith and no faith in this guy at M5. Confusingly, Meisei is usually good against the really good and just an absolute toss up for everyone else.
Yeah, that's the thing. And when you look back at his the last couple of times he was at this rank, M5, M6, he posted mirror rankings 10-5 and then 5-10. So yeah, it could go either way, I think. He's been doing well, double 9-6 the last two tournaments. That's a good sign. He did jump 5 ranks to come up here though, so I don't know. He feels I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, hard to say.
This
Which
is a big
I think is why he was picked both times.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Makikoshi.
Makes sense to me.
Just because I don't know. I have no other reason other than I don't know, so let's take the safe pick and say he'll fall.
Sure.
Alright, Hirata Umi seems to have stabilized at M5. How do you feel about that?
It makes sense. You know, this is where he was hanging out for a good solid period of time. Then he had his hot streak where he went up to Komusubi at the highest, and then he's sort of settled back down. This feels it like the like the floor for him. This seems like a good base for Hirata.
Right, yeah. No, he absolutely kicked the door down into the Sanyaki for a little bit. And I still believe he should have made Sekiwake, but that's a long story.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy with him in M5 as well. He's still going to get some very tough matches, and I think he'll Kachikoshi quite comfortably down here.
I agree.
But as far as a good performance is, I think it's going to be a once in a while type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Tamawashi at M4 is interesting.
I love this guy. Dude, I want him to get Komusubi.
I don't know.
I want him to get Komusubi. Because if he gets Komusubi, he breaks the record for the oldest Komusubi debut. Well, it's not really a debut anymore. He'd be the oldest man to reach Komusubi at 40, and the previous person to do this was Tamawashi at 37. So I want him to break his own record for 3 years.
That would be beautiful.
It would be great.
That was the
That's
joke
like
I kept telling. I was like, congratulations, Tamawashi, for setting the attendance record with 1,481 days, beating the previous record of Tamawashi at 4,180 days. Just kept doing that every day. The Iron Man, the guy to do it longest. Just quietly, Sadano Umi's not that far behind him. Oh wait, no, hang on.
I know. He's really
missed
not.
This one in 2011. Never mind.
Yeah.
But ignoring that, Tamawashi. Now, who's the other guy I'm thinking of? He's like, Kageyaki, not far behind him by a good 9 years still. But like, this dude has been showing up to work as well.
Yep. And oh wait, no, you know that 0 and 15. I think that might have been one of the Basho where it was just canceled.
Let's do some investigative research.
Yeah, let's see.
The 11th of the 11th.
Oh, 2011. Probably not.
Alright, Kodazaka was not wrestling then. Take a look at Tamawashi, who wrestled the 11th of the 11th.
Yeah, okay. It wasn't one of the ones that was canceled.
Alright, never mind. I thought Sadanoumi was sneaking up on there.
Yep.
Either way. Tamawashi, I'm not certain about Kachikoshi. I want it, but it's hard to say.
Yeah.
Do we go Makikoshi here?
I think we go Makikoshi. Yeah.
Right.
I think that's the more realistic of the
Better
options.
luck next time, Tamawashi. Hakuoho. Yep. Hakuho Jr. Highest rank at M4. Does he deserve it?
I mean, he deserves it. The question is he going to hold on to it? He's posted, like, look, his last records since he got, like, he came back from his injury, was in Makushita, and then he's had only one losing record since then. When he was in Juryo 8 and he went 5-6, and then he skipped out for 4 days. Since then, he's had, 3 double-digit wins, one of which was in Maegashira. I think he deserves it. The thing that kind of slows that down a little is that his last 6 matches were loses. Like, he lost his last 6 in a row, which is
it's
not great.
Not comfortable.
No.
That would have been those
but I don't know if that speaks. Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. He's got the high rank wins. I just don't know if that speaks to a mind game, like a mindset thing, or no. Looking at it, it was just all of the strongest dudes. It was Daisho Hoshoryu, Onosato, Aonishiki, Kirishima.
So at M4, he's going to be versing a lot more of the strongest dudes.
Yeah.
And Hago does seem to be that guy who just falls short when he gets to the top. So, is this a Makikoshi?
I think this is a Makikoshi.
I'm sorry to say it, but I'm not... I believe, but I'm not positive that he's going to crush it up in here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Kinbozan, on the other hand, at his career high rank of M3. Which surprises me to hear, actually. I don't know why.
Well,
M4 guy? I know he's been up here before.
M5.
M5. I was close.
Yeah.
So, yeah, career high rank of M3 for Kinbozan. Very happy.
Mm-hmm. And I gotta say, he was looking like a monster last tournament. He did some really good fighting last tournament. He went 10-5.
That is pretty good, but can he rock a 10-5 at M3?
I don't know. I don't think so. Honestly, I think Kinbozan has Sanyaku potential. I just think, I don't know, he needs polishing.
He's got the body of a Sanyaku, he just kind of lacks the skill.
He's the tallest guy, he's got the biggest wingspan, and he's a pusher thruster with strong belt as backup. I think he's got potential to go the distance.
He's hard to move, for sure.
He is, yeah.
I think a Kachikoshi, but not... I think an 8-7 for Kinbozan.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Alright, Ono Katsu with his career high rank of M3. Good lord.
Yep. I don't think this is going to be good for him. I think he's going to fight a lot of... Yeah, I think he's going to struggle pretty bad. I think this is going to be a convincing Makikoshi. And that's coming as, like, from a fan of Onokatsu.
It makes a lot of sense. Because he really hasn't faced this level of competition before.
No, and part of that is the last 2 tournaments were back-to-back 10-5s. And he was an M8 previously at his high rank. So his career high rank previously was M8. He went 10-5. I think he's going to hit a wall here.
What does it mean he has 25 XP on my channel? Top fans, Panzer God number 1. What does that mean?
I don't know, dude. You're
so
going to have to look up the YouTube deep lore after the stream.
Anyway, I got completely rattled. What did we say? Abi. You're spot on about Onokatsu. I think he's going to struggle at this elite level of competition. When he has to... He's going to fight 2 Yokozunas this basho.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not going to be good for him.
No. Abi. Abi has fallen into that Ura category where it's like, we really don't know. Like, he can go 10 wins at Sekiwake. He can go 5 wins at M5. Like, it's just... Yeah. He actually does luck-based sumo. And it's really difficult to be an Abi fan sometimes.
Well, I mean, you look at his last tournament. Oh, that was... Oh, shit. I clicked on Oho. Never mind.
Sweet.
Although I think it's gonna be the same with Abi as well. Yeah, it's exactly the same. He went 7-8 with a Kinboshi.
Abi is ridiculous. When he wins, he looks like some of the most violently effective Rikishi of all time. Just look at his Hakuho match, where he did the cool guys don't look at explosions victory to him. Abi is bonkers. He's like He's like Shadow World Ura.
Yep.
So I'm not gonna predict Avi because it's too hard.
Okay.
Oho.
Oh man.
We know
This is
Oho's
tough.
good now. We were having
We know he's
conversations
good.
on whether or not Oho's great. He's confusing in the fact that he's an M2 that has a positive record over Yokozuna, which is a difficult conversation to have.
Yeah. But former Sekiwake skipped Komusubi entirely after a 12-3 at M3,
which is rare.
It's super rare.
What do you think? And
Oho, the exact same thing with Oho. He had a 7-8 with a Kinboshi. So we know that he has a good matchup against Hoshoryu. He's one of the few people that has like a really good matchup with that Yokozuna in particular. So I really don't know. I think maybe Kachikoshi. I think he's flip flops between the winning and losing records. I think this is going to be a Kachikoshi for him.
But yeah. All right, Wakamoto Haru at his hometown rank of M1. I'm calling it.
Yeah, for real.
Because he can go positive in the Sanyaku, and then he won't if he does that the next time.
Yep.
The issue with Wakamoto Haru, and this is the reason why people aren't Sanyaku material, is they're not consistent enough. Are they good? Yes, obviously. Can they beat anyone on the roster? Yes, they have the potential to beat every single person that is in front of them. Can they do it every time? No. That's what separates an Ozeki from a Yokozuna. Those 1 or 2 matches that are usually up in the air, you need to have those locked down so you consistently get those U-shows back to back. You know, that's what separates a 10 from a 12.
Yep.
Wakamoto Haru is just, he's good, but he's not good enough. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But at M1, I think that's Kachikoshi.
I agree. This next one is interesting. Aonishiki, M1.
Kachikoshi,
he had quite a big jump, though. I mean, his last 4 records are insane. Honestly, his whole career is insane.
He's had quite a big jump his entire career, though, and still done well.
Yeah, for real.
Like, going from Div 4 to Div 3 is a big jump, and he did really well.
Yeah, he did.
Going from Div 3 to Juryo was a big jump, and he didn't slow down.
Yeah. In fact, he sped up. He went 10-5, then 12-3.
A 10-5, which is essentially a 5-2 in the lower divisions, is the worst he's ever done.
Yep.
And then when he went to Juryo 5, he did better. From M15 to M9, he's put back to back. I think this dude's going 10 wins.
I think so too. 10 is a little crazy. I think this might be his first.
This guy's a little crazy.
You're so true. That's so true.
His career record is 82 wins, 20 losses.
That's insane. You know what? Yeah, double digits.
That's
Let's get it
numbers.
Up there. That is Onosato numbers. Get that up there. Get that.
Like, it's not like Undertaker, who was like, wait, how did you do that once he got up here? It's not like, it's like Onosato slowed down a little bit, you know? It's not like these guys that have done the steady climbs. This dude has been a rocket ship. His speed bump was a 10-5. In Juryo, he's yet to do 10. Yeah. How are you my number 2 fan? You have the most watch time out of everyone. Why do you have 25 XP? What do you spend this on?
Because I'm goated, bro.
What do you spend this on? You have more watch hours than me, probably.
I don't know, dude. It doesn't make sense to me at all. It's YouTube. I'm just gonna ignore it.
Anyway, Aonishiki has yet to put up 10 losses in top division, right?
Yeah.
Like, I know every single person thinking, M1's where he really gets tested. His entire career has been a test.
True.
We
And he's
don't we
been
don't
looking
know what
good
his
the
rank is yet.
entire time. He's had back-to-back Kanto shows. That's crazy.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Onosato, same thing. He didn't really slow down. We never found out what
Yeah.
his rank is. Now he's just a Yokozuna. You know?
No, we found his rank. His rank is Yokozuna.
Yeah, it's because there's nothing above it.
Does
Like that's what I'm trying to say. Like that's the not count it up. Like with Hakuho, like once Asashoryu left, like he was better than the sport. He broke every record. Hakuho was better than the sport. If there's levels above Yokozuna, he was never allowed to get to them because they didn't exist yet.
Clayton makes a good point.
Why
Aonishiki
is
has
Clayton
yet
my
to
number
win.
one fan now?
It changes.
He got shot down to number 3.
Why are you paying so much attention to it?
I'm so rattled. Anyway, continue.
Does make a good point. Aonishiki has yet to beat any of the Sanyaku in a match.
Yeah, he's yet to beat him, but like 8-7 and M1 is still possible. And that's why I'm saying Kachikoshi. You think 8-7 for Aonishi is going to be a problem at M1?
No, I don't.
Look, I'm ready for. I'm calling 10+ wins.
No, see, here's the thing. I think he's gonna beat. See, looking at the top, he may struggle with the Sanyaku, except for Oshoma and Takayasu. I think those two, he's definitely. I think Aonishiki is gonna have those two. Oshoma's got shunted up here as a result of Banzuke weirdness. Takayasu barely is clinging into the top. Like
I'm just gonna preemptively put that in Makikoshi, by the way.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, like 10+ wins is optimistic by me. I see that. Kachikoshi, I think, is guaranteed.
Yeah.
Because let's say he loses to... Okay, so Hoshari Onosato, Kodazakura Daisho, Kirishima, Wakataka Kage are guaranteed losses, right?
Yeah.
That's 6 losses.
Yep.
That's 9-6.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I definitely think that Aonishiki has the victory over Oshoma and Takayasu. I see Kachikoshi.
All right. Takayasu.
This is gonna hurt. I'm gonna say Makikoshi.
Look, at 6-9 last time. It's not likely he's going to be able to do much better. Maybe he's a bit more healed, though. Hard to say.
Maybe. This is the first time that a Komusubi has gotten a 6-9 and not dropped out of Sanyaku.
Yeah, it's fascinating, actually.
It's very interesting.
Again, I would like to tell everyone, guess the Banzuke is stupid. You want to know why? I opened the Banzuke, I saw Takayasu Komusubi and went, nice, I like Takayasu. I had to wait until people got angry for me to realize what happened. Right? Guess the Banzuke's stupid. Alright, I've already written Makikoshi for Oshoma. We don't need to explain that. This dude has been sacrificed in the name of balance and numbers. We wish him the best and happy landings. Wakataka. I'm just gonna hit Kachikoshi for the rest of these guys.
Okay.
I don't. Kodazakura, maybe we can argue about.
Yeah.
But
maybe.
All right, Wakataka Kage coming off 12 wins, absolutely dominant. Back to his home rank of Sekiwake, where he went positive for a full year before his knee snapped. It was not a skill issue why he lost Sekiwake. This is where he's been and where he's fighting to be for a long time now. 2.5 years, and he's back. Well done, JJ.
Well done, indeed. No, you covered it. I think this is it. I think he's him, dude. I think he's him.
Kirishima back at Sekiwake. Still at
I think
Sekiwake.
He's him, dude.
Kirishima does look like he's trying to make that Ozeki run again. He does seem to have gotten over what was ailing him. We believe in the Kachikoshi prospects of Kirishima. JJ.
Well, it's actually interesting to point out that all 3 of our Sekiwake right now, if they perform really well, and I'm talking like crazy well, like Jun Yusho performance. All three of them have the potential to get their 33 wins over 3 tournaments. And they might be a little bit lenient and make that 32, as we've only got the one Ozeki at the moment. So there's definitely time.
We don't know how 100% that Ozeki is.
Mm-hmm. So I think that all three of these guys have motivation to get their like crazy pop-off victories. And I think honestly, they're all in good condition. Kirishima's been looking smart and snappy in his sumo. Daisho's looking as consistent as ever. And Wakataka Kage is just looking strong, dude.
3 of these guys look like clean Sekiwake. Daisho, 9-6 forever. Wakataka Kage, a Jun Yusho threat. Kirishima potentially making a Ozeki run, potentially not. He's not as consistent as he used to be. Kota Nowaka, we're not sure what's going on with the knee issues. What we do know is that he has a neck injury or neck pain that's been reported. How well that's been translated, we don't know.
No,
so
that
all
could
3
be
Sekiwake, I think, are going positive for sure. With Kirishima being the one to make an Ozeki run, Wakataka Kage, I'm probably going a 9-6 victory here. Kodazakura, yet to be decided. All things, if all lights are green, this man's getting 10 plus wins minimum. What do you have to say?
I agree wholeheartedly. Full stop. I agree.
Yeah,
I don't have anything else to add.
We know how good Kodazakura can be. He's been in an injury slump, not a skill slump recently. And despite being hobbled, he's still putting out 8-7s, which is crazy. So big ups to the man.
Big ups.
I would say for at least the next 2 years, any Yusho that's not Hoshoryu or Onosato is an upset. And unlikely. These 2 guys are just gonna trade Yushos back and forth and really gonna deny any Ozeki trying to make a Yokozuna run from here on out.
Yeah, I agree. I really agree with that.
Yeah, like Hoshoryu is not just capable of beating everyone, he's capable of dominating everyone. Like that Kirishima match made it look like an amateur. And that's Kirishima. And Onosato finally figured out the thing that I was yelling at him through the screen of please stop going backwards, please stop going backwards. And he's like, I think I'll stop going backwards. And then he became a Yokozuna.
No, it was the major factor that was holding him back, and he does really seem to have nailed that down.
Yeah.
He's a major threat. Him and Hoshoryu are the favorites.
His sumo is,
I think you're right.
Onosato's sumo is about as flawless as it can be right now.
Yeah.
And Hoshoryu is just able to find a weakness in anyone. These 2 guys are going to trade Yushos, I would say, for at least 2 years until the rest of the talent pool really shakes up and someone emerges.
Yeah. No, that's total.
Hosh got the toe injury. I think that was a while ago.
No, there was a new one.
Well, that wraps it up. We somehow have a magical ability to make these things last an hour. So for the next 55 seconds, it's question time. Go to Zakura. We believe he is still injured. Chris Sumo report. All right, good to know. I don't care about Chris. Let's Learn Sumo is predicting Akachi Koshi for, I think, Aonishi we were talking about back then. First time in 125 years where someone has gone 6-9 and stayed in the Sanyaku. That's good to know.
Specifically from Komusubi. I don't know what the situation...
Dude, sumo facts are fascinating. Stats.
I know, right?
Like, this is the first time someone has Yusho'd as a debut Sekiwake since 1963. How do you feel, Wakataka Kage? Happy to win. All right, you got 5 seconds. Hoshoryu Yusho by Let's Learn Sumo. Take it easy.